Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the August 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for August, just general major messages. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you, Sagittarius. But again, let's start with column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So we have a summary affirmation card of I feel peaceful. Probably one of my favorite cards. We always need more balance, harmony, peace. So I get excited when we see cards like this. So really nice, calm, peaceful last few weeks, it would seem. Love, love, love that. But let's see what messages we've got coming through here with the cat's help, of course. So first up, we have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is a card. This is about celebration. So there could have been a celebration these last few months. This is also very much so a circle of support, and being able to lean in on those friendship and this circle of support. So kind of twofold message there. Again, I do feel like you were part of some sort of celebration, but also very strongly seeing that circle of support with the 3 of Cups. The next card that we have is the Magician. The Magician, in addition to a peaceful card, is one we love to see anywhere in the reading. Let me move the cat here. He keeps bumping the camera. Okay, the Magician here this is focused creativity. This is turning visions into reality. It's very inspired action. So you took some steps for these last few weeks or month that were very motivated, very action intentional, with a very specific end game in mind, which I like to see. The Magician is like anything is possible if you set your mind to it, if you make up your mind, if you make up those decisions. So love to see that kind of inspired action coming through as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Page of Cups. So a whole variety of messages. The Page of Cups can be a card of new loves. There could be new friendship, new love interest for some of you. This is also about working hard though, being studious, putting in the effort. I could see some of you studying for a test or some sort of exam as well. Okay, let's take a look now at our clarifiers here, Sagittarius. First up, we have this Star card. Ooh, we have all major arcana clarifiers here. Love that. Big, clean messages. So first up, we have the Star card. This is super fitting with the Peaceful card coming in. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. This is raising the frequency, raising the vibrations. It's all the feel-good type energy. With the Star card, though, again, when we needed support, it was there. So we have that kind of circle of support coming through there. Also just like being around these friends, whether it was through support or through the celebration, was very renewing. Really raised the energy as well. So I like to see that. Up next, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, courage. Again, we're having the courage to take this very inspired action. You took action these last few weeks, but with a very, very specific motive. So again, loving that inspired action that's coming through there. At the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune as well. If you watched my readings before, you know the Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. This is a card of good luck, good fortune, and with the wheel on the card here, this is about turning point. So energy is shifting. This is a great new start for that relationship, or if we've been studying or working hard towards something, I feel like we're luck and fortune are kind of in our favor here. I feel like this is indicating a positive outcome in the sense of it's like you're about to reap the benefit of it. It's about to be completed is the feeling that's coming through. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for August. We have the card, I am a warrior. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this card, Sagittarius. Let me tell you why. So I think that it's wonderful that when we're passionate about things, we are passionate about them enough to fight for them. On the other hand, I just wish life was easier and we didn't have to fight for so many things. So it's not a bad thing, but again, I like when things are easier for people typically. But there could be something that we have to put a little extra oomph, put a little extra effort, a little bit extra fight to get something done in these next few weeks. But let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers. Yeah, so things do look a little more challenging, but love that 10 of Cups at the bottom. Starting from the top here though, first up we have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is a card of low feelings. This is like heartbreak, depression, illness, surgery. When I see this card, it's like about pulling the sword from our own heart. Again, this is a little extra oomph that it's going to take, the little extra that we need to get things done. So as things pop up, it's like being able to overcome those things and continue to move forward. So continue to fight for the things that we want. The next card that we have is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles can also be an illness card. Some of you could like have a cold or not be feeling as well. But this is kind of like worry. This can be a card of struggle. So again, there's going to be things that pop up that we kind of have to overcome. Again, it's about pulling this sword from our own heart, being the warrior and continue to push forward. I don't think any of these things will be awful, but they aren't making it the easiest path, right? At the bottom here though, we have the 10 of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the 10 of Cups. It's my favorite card in the entire deck. It is the card of everything wonderful. We have a nice, beautiful, full rainbow, a happy couple, kids playing, there's a house in the background, the grass is green, the water is running. It is seriously all things wonderful. This is total contentment, happiness, success, love, support. So your ideal, your perfect situation is here. So we just got to keep pushing forward, embrace that warrior energy, because the win that you need, the world that you want is right here at the bottom. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Knight of Wands. This is very free-spirited, very creative. When I see this, it's kind of like Energizer Bunny vibes, and it's like having to just keep pushing forward, keep chugging along. So very fitting with what we've already talked about. You kind of have to keep overcoming, just keep moving, just keep swimming. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. So this is typically new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. This is the thing that we want though. This is the motivation. This is the inspiration that keeps us going, that keeps us swimming forward and making progress. And at the bottom here we have our Page of Cups. So again, very studious, very hardworking card, reaping the benefits of it. There definitely could be some new love coming in here with the Page of Cups side by side like that. The 10 of Cups is also a great love card. But working hard to get to that ideal, that perfect reality that we want with the 10 of Cups. Now we're going to talk about anything related to money, starting out with a quick money affirmation. I can hold the vibration of what it is I desire. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses we run, investments we have, anything you associate with money. First up, we have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is kind of a dark and gloomy card. You see he's dressed in black, he's faced away from us, his head's hanging low. So with the 5 of Cups, this is like loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, unloved. Again, this is low feelings wrapped up. I'm not sure. We're kind of feeling like we're in a low spot with work, or maybe we're in kind of a low spot with finances. Maybe I feel like for some of you there was like an unexpected expense that popped up that you had to pay for, and now it kind of shifted your finances in a way you wouldn't quite like. Or some of you are really bothered by work. We're going to clarify that though. Taking a look at our next card, we have the 9 of Wands. This is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries, and that's exactly what we need to do. For those of you that are struggling with work or kind of in a low spot with work, we need to reset boundaries here. How can we protect ourselves? How can we protect our feelings? For those of you that maybe had the unexpected expense or had to spend money in a way that you wouldn't have liked to spend it, okay, let's set some financial boundaries. We're going to save 20% of our paycheck, or we're going to pay $200 towards the credit card we had to use every month until it's paid off. So having those financial boundaries as well. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is getting across the finish line. This is something that you will overcome. So again, for those feeling tired at work or burnt out or not in the best situation, set these boundaries. I do still see you being successful getting across the finish line. Maybe it's a project specifically that's really wearing you out. In terms of those of you that maybe spent a little too much and want to pay it back now, this is kind of getting across that finish line too, but there's some very strategic things that we can do. I also see some family and friends coming in for support too, possibly as well. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional, very strategic. You need to have a plan to correct that, and that's going to come through boundaries. So again, whether we're not enjoying something at work, or we need to resave money or pay off debt, that very strategic, structured approach is going to be your best option here, it seems. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is feeling like we're in a low spot. That was already kind of brought to us with the Five of Cups. Again, we're feeling like we're in a low spot. The sky is dark, you're laying down flat, we have all the swords stuck in us, but boundaries again, boundaries, whether it is something we're disliking about work or the financial aspect of it. At the bottom here, though, we have the Eight of Cups. Love to see this. Again, we had the crossing the finish line, the celebration, the success with the Four of Wands. Similar-ish message with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about, this is kind of like pulling back a little bit, collecting yourself a little bit, which makes sense. Resetting those boundaries to get aligned. Resetting those savings and spending goals. With the Eight of Cups, this is also about, like, the grass is greener on the other side. You will overcome. You will get through this low spot. You'll get this success. You'll get this paid off or money back in savings, whatever it may need to be. Okay. Sorry, the cat is being so dramatic today. Right in the middle of everything. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column though, which is anything related to love. So we're going to start out with a quick love message here. Not quite sure how we're going to work around the cat, but we'll figure it out. So our card says, imagine yourself with your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed in this very moment. This is going to look like a mess when the cat gets up, everybody, so just be warned. Let me see if I can scoot him this way just a tiny bit. Okay, perfect. So taking a look now at our main cards, again, love. This is family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. You can't see, but he's knocking all the cards off the other side of the table as well. But first up, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card. This is very strategic. This is very long-term. I feel like we need to make a shift for the long term here. That's the message I'm hearing. Something is not as respectful as it should be too. This is very much so a respect card. This is a planning card, but again, there needs to be some sort of shift in order for this to be okay long term. The next card that we have is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card. This is bothering you. This is anxiety, grief, depression. This is something that's potentially keeping you awake at night. You see this person sitting up in bed. Again, there needs to be some sort of shift. There needs to be some sort of change here, some sort of course correction that happens. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is multitasking. It seems as there's a lot going on. You seem very busy. Again, we're juggling a lot of different things, but we need to weigh our options and then make a decision on how we proceed forward here. Again, the key message I'm getting is there needs to be some sort of course correction. Taking a look at our clarifiers, we have our Knight of Swords. If you look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly here with the Knight of Swords. This is fast paced, so this change is going to come quickly, which is nice to see because, again, it's something that's really bothering us. We need to keep respect top of mind, but we need a plan. We need a change here. The next card that we have is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords on top of it, just kind of echoing that low feeling, the need for the change here. At the bottom we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card that's always favorable for you, which is great to see, Sagittarius. This is about making that final decision though, making that choice. We've weighed our options, we've considered the past. But again, there's some sort of decision, some sort of course correction needed here. Okay, now let's look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card, I feel transformed. So definitely some sort of transition, transformation, change coming your way. We always like the transformation though. But let's take a look and see what final messages. Sorry, this table looks like a mess now, all these cards, but let's see what we're working with here. I am telling you right now this is love related. Maybe this is a continuation of the last message we were just talking about. But first up we have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is of course a card of love, partnership, deep love, strength together. My gosh, this cat is on one today. So very much so a love. I like this because we were just saying a change needs to happen and now we're saying that love has transformed. So love that. The Strength card, we were also talking in this last column, there was something about respect. The Strength card is a huge respect card. It's a self-respect card. It's self-love. It's unconditional love. So this is very much so course correction. This was the love transformation that we needed. At the bottom here, it's followed by the Ace of Cups. I can't think of a more perfect love card. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. So this is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. This could even be a fresh start for this existing relationship. So the love transformation that was needed, it seems to have come into play, which I so love for you here. Taking a look at our first clarifier, we have the Two of Swords. Again, this was the decision. This was the course correction that we needed. Next, we have the Fool card. The Fool card's the first card of the Major Arcana. It's taking chances, it's fresh hope, it's new paths, adventures beginning. Again, this is like a fresh start for this relationship, which I love to see. It's in a much more unconditional love state. It's in a much more respecting state with that Strength card. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card of healing. It's a card of support, a card of nurturing. So I love to see, again, this healing, this change, this transformation has led us to this new beginning, this new opportunity. Okay, Sagittarius, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the Queen of Spades. This is number 42 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Four of Spades, number 49 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the King of Spades. This is number 47 card. That's a yes. So yes, no, yes for you. We lost the other one over here somewhere, but yes, no, yes. We're also going to take a look at your crystal of the month, so our Healing Stones deck, to figure out what crystal you should keep with you through the month of August. You have calcite this month, which is good for courage, growth. It helps fade any lethargic energy you may have and gives you new drive and new ideas. So lots of different types of calcites. Love calcite. And last but not least, look at these messy, messy cards. Thanks to Sir Louis. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Sagittarius, your healing note says, healing is not an overnight process. It's a daily cleansing of pain, a daily healing of your life. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. I apologize for our visitor. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful August, Sagittarius.